Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube tutorial. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you again. Today we're going to be using some memory wire. What memory wire does is it kind of goes back into shape when you pull on it. It's never going to be overstretched. It's perfect for making a nice bangle. I'm going to go ahead and cut that slightly a little over. We're going to be using a 3mm 28 gauge wire. This is a fadeless wire that don't turn, don't tarnish. You can wear it day and night, 24 hours, go to the ocean, wherever. It's never going to turn or tarnish. You'll be able to wear this for a very, very long time. So I went ahead and pulled off about 2 yards. I'm going to say do 2 yards because in this video I had to add some more. It's better if you don't have to add more wire. I'm going to wrap it up on the spool and see if I like how that worked out. To be honest, I didn't care for it. I'll probably never do it again. I thought maybe it'd be easier for me to control the wire, but I like it better just hanging down. It works out so much better. So that was a flop. Just wanted to let you know. We'll deal away with it before this video is over. So we're going to be using the memory wire, 3mm 28 gauge wire. We're going to be adding some pearls. Now all these pearls I have pre-drilled previously, not just for this tutorial, but for many other pieces I'll be making in the near future. They're super gorgeous. I think pearls are beautiful because they're so natural. Whether it be lake oysters, ocean oysters, whatever kind of clam or oyster that we get these beautiful stones from. Then you got Mother Earth stones. They're beautiful. You've got moonstone, turquoise, rose quartz, garden quartz, just so many beautiful natural stones. Anyways, I did roll some spiral up earlier. I'll get back with you guys on that later. I do use a lot of spiral on some of my pieces. We're going to go ahead and add a pearl to the end because that's going to help hold our work on as we're going around. But I'll make sure you only put a pearl on one end starting out. Don't put a pearl on both ends because you're like, oh Lord, what have I done? So we're going to add some glue. We're going to pop that pearl on there and then we're going to let that dry before we get started. And as I said before, please don't judge my hands because these little hands do a lot of things. I work in the garden. I grow plants. I love flowers. And earlier today, I chipped off some of the nail polish. Can't seem to get my nails extremely clean because of all the physical work I do with my hands. So I don't have the most attractive hands in the world. Hopefully you can look past that. But I did go back and repair it so it doesn't look so bad. Anyway, we're going to get started. We're going to go ahead and wrap that 3mm 28 gauge wire onto our memory wire. And we're going to make sure that it's tucked in real good. Just have a little end there. We're going to go ahead and you're going to wrap around that pearl. Nice little tuck. And when you start up your bangle, the beginning is always one of those things where like, ooh, what do we do? What do we do next? Oh Lord, what am I doing? It's okay, because when it's in your hands, things seem to take place. Before you know it, magic's happening. Now, as you can see here, that spool just did work out. So I don't recommend wrapping your little 2 yards of 3mm 3 strands of wire onto a spool. Doesn't work out too well. I ended up fighting it more than I wanted to because I like to keep my 3 strands laying nicely flat without that nice little pop to it once you get your, pearl wrapped. So what we've done, we've wrapped one side and we're going to go to the other side and you're going to do one complete turn. Then you're going to go back around. Make sure you lay your wire underneath that first one that you put on there. And we're going to continue this layer by layer. And then we'll get to the next part. Don't get mad at yourself because, there's been many times when I made my first one, I went, what are you doing? Are you crazy? No, keep trying. Never give up on yourself because If you keep trying to do what it is that you want to do and you're motivated to do and you love to do it, don't give up on yourself. Keep going, because at the end of all that, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And I would like to thank all of those that sent me beautiful messages. Oh, they touched my heart. There was a couple that was trying to help me out just a little bit, and I truly appreciate that. Like marking a spot where I would begin to stay in frame. I tried that, but that worked out for me. Because you know how when you kind of doze off, it's kind of what I do when I start making a piece of jewelry. I have a tendency to drift. And then I look up and I'm like, whoopsie. I don't want out of the frame again. I know how annoying that is, and I am deeply sorry. I'm going to work on that more than anything else, keeping myself in frame where you guys won't have to drift totally out of sight because I wasn't paying attention. I need to be a little bit more alert on my hands and making sure my hands stay there. But I'd like to thank that person who pointed it out for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback. You're such a sweetheart. And of course, I've had a few remarks about my sound. I have a sound card, but I still don't know how to adjust the silly thing. And maybe my dirty hands. But that's okay. I see their point. So when you comment, and some of you guys, I'm telling you, I'm so humbled. You're so kind, so sweet. And I just want to point that out. I know some of y'all probably want to hear all this, but shoot, I can't pass up a good thing when people are being so kind. Don't cost nothing to be kind, so be kind. No, doggy, let's go with that second pearl. And let's do the same thing we did at the beginning. It's a little bit easier this time. You got to do a couple of reps to make sure those aren't bucking up together, because you need that little space to make that beauty come alive from the other end of the other one. So if you just watch closely, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. If you missed it, you can always message me. I'll do my best to guide you. If not, you can always keep this video as a future reference. I would like to give everyone a hand that has subscribed and followed. I'm telling you, I don't know that much about YouTube either, but I'm learning, and I appreciate every one of you. Your feedback, your comments. Well, I guess it's the same thing, right? Silly me. Anyways, guys, give yourself a hand. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. And there's a whole lot more to come, because I'm not one to give up on myself. I'll keep going no matter how bad it gets. You know, there's a lot that goes on social media or any media. You have to have a strong mind. I'm going to tell you. I'm on a few of those social medias, and some of them have knocked me down a few times. But girl, get back up. Because be you, be real, be yourself, be humbled, and be kind. So now you can see how pretty that's going to turn out just by just doing two. You can just imagine how nice the rest of it's going to look. We're going to go ahead and go on with our third pearl. We're going to wrap it very nicely, and then I think to this video it'll be about a second or two, but then I'll be back with the rest of it wrapped up, because you're basically going to repeat this step throughout the whole memory wire. I will come back and do the last one, and then we'll make sure that we put the pearl on the other end. And hopefully my audio's better. I don't know. It sounds okay to me. I have headphones on, but sometimes I think my headphones are pretty crappy. I probably need to get some better ones. So hopefully we can get the sound cleared up where you guys can hear me clearly. I mean, I hope so. But I'm not one for giving up, and I'm not about to give up. I will keep doing my videos, and hopefully they will improve. So if you don't mind, and you'd like to, please subscribe. Give me some love. You know, like give me a follow, or turn on that little bell. Yeah, it's a bell. I'm not that good at YouTube. I've only did like 11 videos, and the first videos I've done have been pretty scary. But somehow some of you managed to get through them. Hopefully I will do nothing but improve. Don't give up on yourself. Always believe in yourself. Always know how worthy you are. And don't forget to keep leaving those sweet, beautiful, heart-touching comments that I've been receiving. I appreciate every single one of you very much. I may not know you. I may not know where you're from or how far away you are, but just know that I'm here because of you. So here we go. We've moved forward a little bit. I did go off the video long enough to do the middle section. Like I said before, it is a repeated process. If you caught on to the first part, the rest of it should be pretty easy. But just remember, anytime you do something for the first time, it's going to be, you know, why can't I get it? But you will. Practice is the best advice I can give you. So we're going to go ahead and continue on the end here. I'm going to have to pull some more wire, because when I told you 2 yards, I think I did 1.5. And you can see what happens when you don't pull enough of your wire in the 3mm 28 gauge, that you come up a little short. But you can add, but you got to add very carefully, because you do not want to leave anything sticking out that might scratch someone. So you got to tuck that in really, really good. And I'm about to show you how I do it on the herringbone. On other pieces is a little bit different, and I will always try my best not to go so fast. I'm going to slow it down, ladies and gents. I got to slow it down. So let's get this finished, this beautiful herringbone bangle. You just saw me work that piece of extra wire that I shorted myself on. I made sure it was tucked in really, really good. Excuse me. And we're going to go ahead and work on finishing this up. So if you happen to get your memory wire a little bit too long, you can always snip that little end off. We're going to go ahead and size our pearl to make sure it's going to fit really nicely and the end's not going to be poking out the end of that pearl. And it worked out just fine. We're going to go ahead and snip that extended wire that I had to put on. And we're going to go ahead and add our, first we're going to go ahead and tuck in those little pieces. I can't stress that enough because you don't want no one to get scratched, especially if they've paid for this beautiful bracelet. We're going to go ahead and add some super glue, and after the fact we're going to add a little bit more glue to make sure that never comes off. I've tried to remove them after putting on super glue and I cannot get that stone off of there, so always make sure that's nice and secure because you don't want that to pop off. That's going to take away the look of your bangle. We're going to go ahead and let the, oopsie, there we go. See, I'll be dropping things all the time. We're going to go ahead and get that on there and let that dry and show you the results. So there it is, folks, ladies and gents. We managed to get through a whole video without speeding it up, and I'm hoping it's not too long and you don't get bored real quick and not finish watching it. This is the piece totally finished. I hope you have fun making this. If you have any questions, you know you can always message me, and I appreciate all the wonderful messages I have received. Thank you for all that has subscribed, and those are that will subscribe or follow. Like I said, I don't know that much about YouTube, but you can make it happen. If you need the materials, just inbox me and I'll tell you how to go about that. And my battery's dying just in time. So if you enjoyed this YouTube video, and I hope I have more to come, and I hope I only improve. Thank you so much for your love and support, your subscriptions, and all the stuff you do, and all that love you send through. So we'll see you in our next video. I hope you enjoy.